What is going on, you guys? Welcome back to the channel. Today we are going to be working on the giveaway CRX once again. Yesterday, which was the previous video for you guys, we put some work into the giveaway CRX. We did the extended top hatch to help the shock travel when we lower the car lower. We also painted the carbon fiber hood, which is right here, all nice and dried. We did 3 coats with a hint of black, and I can't wait to get this thing installed in the car. Yeah, after seeing this result right here, I definitely need to put some clear coat on that hood and that hood. I'm gonna try my best to get to the fender today, but what I want to do this first half is install the hood and the hood pins. I want to get the hood to fully latch to the car, and my mail just came in today right here from eBay. This is, I just literally need the freaking bar. That hurt it. But yeah, I just got this package right here in the mail, and this is literally the Aerocatch style hood pins. I don't really see a difference between the fake and the real Aerocatch because I've had them both and they both broke the same way, but I also feel like they broke only because of the position of the latch itself, the downward angle to the pin position. So this one has been working well for, I think this hood has been on here since 2015. Mammal is sleeping right there. This one's broken, and it's been broken literally like the first month that I threw it on, and I've already swapped this one out twice, so this is the third one and still broken. So I just bought some eBay ones again, and this time I'm gonna try to do it a little different by scooting the pin back to a much flatter surface so it lines up with the latch itself. But okay, well, I guess I did buy the Aerocatch one. This one right here is the non-locky one, so it doesn't have the key to lock the latch down. I thought I bought the eBay one. Maybe I bought this one because the price wasn't that far off. So we are going to be running the Aerocatch latch right here, and they sent me the wrong one. That is freaking awesome. I originally ordered the fully flush mounted one where the whole entire latch sits on top of the hood, not just the latch part. So I guess we're just gonna rock with it, and I don't think it'd be a big issue to try and, you know, switch this for a different latch later because the shape cutout is literally the same. So I guess we're just gonna use this one. Well, this is when you know summer is approaching. What's new? So I just realized that this hood latch, this whole entire top section sits on the outside of the hood, not just the latch part. And the reason why I say that is because the way the bracket underneath is designed, that is literally how it sandwiches. Pretty ugly, but I can always buy another one and then change it out because the cutout is exactly the same. Now my debate right now is, do I put the hood latch straight up and down like this and then let my OCD kick my butt because it's not parallel, or do I put it at an angle to make this line parallel with that? I think this is more aesthetically pleasing to me. I think I'm gonna do it like that. Now, what I also did notice is that where the latch lands on the radius support is about here, right? It's kind of already further up the hood. And if I was to make that little triangle bracket, which I was supposed to do today to show you guys how I was gonna go about making one, it'll put the latch way too far up. It'll be like up here, and that is also not aesthetically pleasing. So, or unless I do it upside down, but then I think that'll bother me more than having this thing straight. So gonna keep it very simple, guys. I'm gonna figure out how I'm gonna go about putting the pins on the radius support. So no lies, I'm doing the first one first to make sure I do it right before I show you guys how I go about doing it, right? Upon assembling this latch, I noticed that they gave me the wrong bolts. Now these bolts right here, these Allen head bolts, they are countersunked. And this is meant for the other model, the 120-4000, not the 120-2000, which is this. If you look, there's no countersunk hole here. So if I was to put this provided bolt through it, I got this freaking gap right here. It's supposed to be the cone head style. I don't know what the name is for it, but it's supposed to be the cone style bolt, not this countersunk one. So I am most definitely going to order a new set for this car. But in the meantime, I'm going to install this. So I'm going to go ahead and just knock this one out, and then I'll show you guys how I do it. So I have the first hood latch installed right here, all secure, bolted down, and it is functioning like it should. Now, it took me a little while because of the angle I was talking about. The hood puts the latch at a slope where this is literally straight up. So that pin going into the latch itself, it's a little tricky because of the slope and the straightness. So I had to bend this at a S angle, so it kind of goes back and then it goes up, and that right there allows it to go in here kind of smoothly. It takes a little bit of you know, pressure to get it to go in and latch. Let me show you what I'm talking about. So hood goes down. Actually, I'm wrong. It literally just went right in. But what I did was I screwed the pin down to where you have to press the hood down a little bit to latch it. The reason for that is to make the pin to the latch pin a very tight fit, so that way the hood doesn't rattle up and down. I had it like maybe 2 threads up earlier, and I can shake the hood where you can see the gap open up. So I made it a very tight fit. And what I mean by pressure is once you open the latch, you have to press down on the hood, and then it unlatches, and then it comes up. I think I like it this way, and let's show you guys the other side. So I'm using this hole right here. I'm 100% sure that from factory this is identical to the other side. So if you look, there's a bracket underneath. That bracket is the headlight bracket. So what I have to do here is I have to remove the headlight out of the bucket so I can modify that bracket to allow the nut to secure the pin to the radius support. So I'm going to pull this off. So I have the hole marked out right there. I'm going to use my step drill bit to drill that hole out, and I'm also going to cut this front half off to ensure that the nut for the pin can go in between all of that. So let's cut it. Got the hole drilled out and slotted so that way the nut can fit right in there. Now it's not going to sit on the bracket. We cut this right here to allow this nut to fit between the bracket and the radiator support. So it's actually bolted to the support, not the bracket. So I'm going to go ahead and just test fit it. If I have to trim it down a little bit, I'm going to have to do so. So this is simple enough. We got the bracket drilled out, and now the pin just goes right through all the way down. The pin uses a nut and a washer to secure it. So you put the nut on first, and then you put the washer on, and then you put the pin through the support with the washer, and then the nut to secure it. So we're not going to put this all the way down just yet because we still need the top of the pin to help guide us where we have to drill the hole in the hood. So I'm just going to go ahead and lightly secure it so it doesn't move. So I'm going to go ahead and just use some gray RTV for the top of this. That's going to tell us where it lands there. So that's going to give us a rough idea where we got to drill. So these lines right here that I just made is reference line to ensure that the latch is going to be parallel with the edge of the hood. So now we have the hood all the way down, and we have the pin sticking out on this side. Now we can make our reference mark. Where's my hood pin? So our reference mark we're going to be using, normally to give you a cutout to follow, but mine didn't have that. So I'm pretty much just going to eyeball where this hood latch is going to land. Also, I'm using this line to ensure we're parallel, like I mentioned earlier. So obviously before I cut or make my mark, we're gonna measure to make sure we're Gucci taters and get this where I need it to sit. Somewhere there. I'm gonna fidget with this real quick. Now for me to cut this hole, I am using hole saw and my grinder, or you can use a Dremel and cut it very slowly. So I am using this hole saw as well as this one. The reason why I'm using two is because the half circles are two different sizes. You can see this one lands perfectly, and then this one almost perfect on the top. But you can definitely clean this up with a grinder, a Dremel, or even a flap disc. But in my case, I'm just going to use my deburring tool because it's small and I can chip little at a time. So let's cut those holes out. So I'm putting all of the nuts inside of the backing plate, and then we are pretty much ready to install this latch on the hood. So underneath the hood, I had to cut the web to insert the backing plate, and you have to make sure you cut it wide enough that it fits in there. So I didn't want to go too wide because I didn't want it to be like a big old hole. I'm trimming it to where this would slide in and fit where it needs to go. So we're about somewhere there.
If you're inspired to advance your career, we invite you to learn online at Purdue University Global.
So we just finished the hood pin, and this one took a little bit of longer to get it to sit flush because for some reason this support sits taller, and with this pin maxed out, it still had play on the hood. Now this car was smacked right here on the driver's side a long time ago with the previous owner, and it was pulled out, but I feel like this sits a little bit lower. That's why that pin can go lower, and this side of the hood it's much more snugged. But regardless, we got it to work, and we got the pins to lock and unlock without a lot of effort. Locked, barely play, no play, and again it comes up with ease. And there you have it, Aerocatch 120-2000. That's the style where this is not flushed. If you want the flush version like the one I showed you guys on the wagon, it is the Aerocatch 120-4000, and it has a much better look. But honestly, after tweaking with this for a couple of hours, it doesn't actually look that bad. So I'm gonna leave it be, and we're already here. It's already done. I don't want to touch it again. We finally got the carbon fiber hood permanently mounted on the giveaway CRX, and we finally have it 100% latched down. I'm super stoked. Wow, I cannot get over the way this thing looks. It looks so freaking aggressive. Very basic, but very aggressive. And this has grown to be one of my favorite builds. And I'm kind of sad that it's gonna go to one of you lucky winners, but I can always build this again. I mean, La Panda is not that far away from it, although it's not H2B all-wheel drive turbo, but I could definitely replicate this again. So wow, let me give you guys one more look before we end this video. So freaking incredible. If you can imagine the back having the black wheels on too, it Panda, this is literally the Panda. La Panda, La Panda, La Panda, La Panda. Definitely gonna save up for some tires so we can mount the rear Koenigs on. And I kind of talked to this guy named Ant I met at Irwindale Speedway when I was out there for the Honda Super Meet, and he told me that if I'm looking for anything PCI, hit him up. And with this Charge Speed Rep front lip, this thing right here, I feel like it needs some side skirts. At least the 3-inch version of the PCI side skirt. So I'm working on something for the side skirt, I'm hoping, and hopefully we can get some side skirts to match the front lip of this car. Now it look kind of funny because the rear is like butt naked, but you know, it's got the all-wheel drive stuff back there, all that bling bling. It's gonna compensate for it. So we're gonna wrap up this video. I didn't get to the fender again, but I'm super stoked to have the hood finally back on the car and latched down. Just a basic install of the Aerocatch 120-2000. If you guys are, you know, trying to do it to your hood or install it on your vehicle, hopefully this video helps. So if you guys enjoyed today's video, be sure to leave this video a thumbs up. And if you guys want to stick around for more progress update of this car, or maybe that car, because it's going to race in 5 days, be sure to hit the subscribe button. But with that being said, thank you guys for watching, and I'll see you guys in the next video. Peace.